What's up, guys? It's your boy Yosa here. On stop number 8. I'm at Family Dollar right now. I'm gonna show you the ins and outs of doing a Dollar General. It's kind of like a Family Dollar, but I feel like with Dollar General it's a little bit easier. And as you can see, it's raining. So you see, Pepsi drivers can do this in the rain, sometimes the snow. All types of weather. Like I said, I'm on stop number 8 of 13. I think today they got 3 pallets, if I'm not mistaken. Family Dollar, they got 3 pallets. So a tip that I use, so I'm gonna get 2 of them with the power jack and bring 1 with the sled. So instead of me using like 2 trips back and forth on the sled. So I see this stop number 8, this stop number 8, this is stop number 8 on the label. So that's what I'm gonna do. Since I'm gonna get the first one with the sled. Get it. This is what we call a sled, by the way. So this is a half pallet, like you seen earlier. I was at the big stores, large format, so they had the whole pallets like this. But since I'm in smaller stores, a whole pallet ain't gonna fit. So Pepsi designed something called a sled, which is this. So I'm gonna put this on the ramp right here. Or the lift gate, sorry. Boom, like that. I'm gonna go ahead and get the other 2. Cause like I said, this stop got 3 pallets, 3 half pallets. So this is what an efficient driver would do. Boom, like that. And now, I ain't gotta worry about chill product because Family Dollars don't have that, so I ain't gotta worry about this. And another thing is you gotta worry about the sliding when it's raining. This ramp gets super slippery, and the power jack stopping and going forward, it slides a little bit, so you gotta be careful with that. That's why I always suggest using this. This is like protection, so this won't fall off, the product won't fall off, or you won't fall off. So I always use that, thanks to my trainer. Because before him, I wouldn't have used it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this up there in the front. Got somebody up there right now, but this right here. Hey, how you doing? Got this right here. I'm not coming in right now. I got one more. Appreciate it though. So I separated those 2 with the power jack, and I'm gonna get this one while I'm bringing this back, because I'm pretty much done with this power jack for this stop. And another side note is if you're running low on your power jack, this is only for Pepsi drivers, but I'm pretty sure any driver, but running low on your power jack, stop where you know you're gonna take a long time. You can see if they got an outlet, and you can charge your power jack at the stop. Like I said, I'm good on my power jack. I got it like at 3 bars, so we're good with that. So I think I'll bring this one in. I got it. You're welcome. Two more. Okay. Got one more. By the way, if you guys are wondering, I already asked the guys inside if I could record for educational purposes anyway, so everything's good on that end. And I'm not going to disclose their names or location, by the way, so. Do you know who could check me in for Pepsi?
She gonna use it. You can just leave the sheet over.
Okay, all right, appreciate it.
What's up, guys? I'm finna do a voiceover of what's going on. I want to first start off by saying hopefully you like that that little meme I inserted, because I was editing it and I was like, man, I'm really out of breath right here. But with that being said, I want to start off by like letting you know what's going on right now. So at this particular Dollar General, the lady was super busy. I guess she was receiving doing something in the back where like she had a lot of boxes, or she had something to take care of, and she didn't want to check me in at that time. So she allowed me, which a lot of people normally don't do, but they allowed me to just like print off the barcode sheet and print off what's coming in. And I just set it on her desk, and whenever she gets time, she can go on and check it in on her end. Because at this particular store, I didn't need nothing from her. I just needed it to be checked in, and if she gave me the okay to check it in, then I'm good to go. But with that being said, I want you to know what's going on right now. So every Dollar General is different. So right now, I'm over here trying to search, and you clearly see I found where I was going. And you see me right there, like, you know, going up and down with my knife. I wanted to make that clear. It's called like a janitor's knife. I think that's very convenient for us drivers, not only just for Pepsi, but just any delivery drivers who like, you know, dealing with plastic wrap and dealing with opening boxes. Having that janitor wrap, that janitor key with the box cutter knife it's so convenient, because before then I would just use my like a box cutter, and I would steady lose it. I would set it down places and, you know, put it in my pocket and forget what pocket it is, and all that is wasting time. So to prevent all that, I recommend a janitor's key with like an extension to where you can put it on your belt, and then like it just extends out, and it always be ready whenever you need it. And then when you're done with it, just let it go, and then it go back to its spot. I think that's very convenient. So right now you can see that I'm working on my first pallet. At this store I had 3 pallets, and clearly that Gatorade don't want to stay, but I got it to work. It's different ways to like go about like doing stores. I feel like it's more efficient ways. I'm not even saying I'm doing it the most efficient way, but for me, I like to start off with the easy product, simply because I guess it boosts my morale whenever I get done with the easy product or the easy pallets first. And what I mean by easy pallets, so I personally feel easy pallets are you got the 2 liters, you got the 4 packs of Pepsis and all that. I feel like hard pallets are like where you gotta individually touch a lot of them, like the 24 packs individuals, like, you know, that be in the coolers at the front of stores. Those are kind of hard and very time consuming to like put up, because like you gotta touch every 24. Like, you got to touch all 24, and if it's like what 12 cases of 24, that's gonna take you a minute to like break down that case. But with that being said, so I'm just letting you know, like, I started with this pallet first, the easy pallet, so I can get that out the way. As you can see, I kind of know where things go. Like I said, every Dollar General is different, and what I mean by Dollar General, they layout is different. So, you know, every Dollar General layout is not the same, and I just want to make that clear. But right now, I'm just stocking, as you can see, and I feel like these 15 packs you see me stocking, they pretty easy to stock. So that's why I worked on this pallet first, and yeah. So I don't know what I'm doing right here. I guess I'm trying to figure out where the other product goes, because I feel like that's also time consuming as a new driver, is if you don't know where where stuff goes. As me, I know where it goes. The hard part is kind of like finding, you know, where it is at that store. That's the hard part. But as you can see, I found an end cap to put the remaining 12 packs or 2 liters, and I'm pretty much done with this pallet right now. Yeah, and I guess I'm gonna put down the teas, that's the box right there, and I'm gonna stock the teas. But yeah, and as you can see, customers, and if you was wondering why I'm doing a voiceover, is because at this store it was very busy. You probably ain't gonna see how busy it was, but I didn't want to be talking. Like, that's kind of weird to be talking and like a customer walk up to me and I'm talking to myself, but the whole time I'm talking to you guys. So to prevent all that, I just like did not talk, and in my head I was just like, I'm gonna just do a voiceover of what's going on right now. So clearly you can see the first pallet done. I'm a little excited. I think that like gets me excited, like whenever I see a pallet cleared, and it's just like one step closer to me getting done. So now I'm working on the second pallet, and for this pallet, you can see that I'm finna put some of the pallets on the floor, and then I'm finna work the rest of it. And why I'm doing that is simply because I feel like it's way more efficient to just like do everything at once, so do a whole section at once. So you do the 2 liters at once, you do the coolers all at once, instead of like, because loaders and pickers, the people who make the pallets at Pepsi, you know, you don't know what's on a pallet. It's not like a pallet is meant for this. No, it's like it's different every time. So it's up to you to figure out, okay, so I want to put all my cooler product right there, and at the end I do the cooler, versus me doing a cooler on pallet 1, then me doing the 2 liters, and then I got some more cooler on pallet 2, right? And I'm going back to the same cooler that I just did. You know, it's just like me going back and forth. I'd rather just do it all at once. So I just break everything down in sections. As you can see right now, this pallet is mainly water, and I had the cooler at the top, so I just decided to do the cooler stuff at the end, and I down stacked the cooler product on, and I put it over there. So, you know, so say for instance, if my third pallet got cooler, then, you know, I add that on to it, and then boom. I think you're just being more efficient, and you stopping at each section like 1 time versus you stopping at each section 3 or 4 times, because you got to keep going back and forth around the store. That's just methods that I like learned over time to make me more faster. As you can see, I'm done with that second pallet. And mind you, I just want to keep this in mind. I have sped this up. So this took me like overall like 45 to 50 minutes. Yeah, so don't get deceived on how fast I'm working, because I sped this up. This is like a 45-50 minute process of me doing all 3 pallets and getting it fully done, versus, you know, what you see is like a condensed, sped up like 25 minute. Okay, I just wanted to make that clear. So now I'm on my last pallet, which is, I clearly see is like Gatorade. It ain't that much. So I think I'm looking for the Gatorade section, and I think I just found it. Maybe, yeah, I found it. So, like I said, I'm gonna cut the product with my box cutter, and take the plastic wrap off, because I think it's better if you take the plastic wrap off completely versus like cutting it at a time. So I'm stocking the 1.25 liters, trying to make space for it, and
something I want you to notice too is in most of my stores, I try to face my product. What's facing is like I put so just say for instance I put a Pepsi on the shelf, right? I will face it to where the customer sees the Pepsi logo, or the customer sees the Celsius logo. I try to do that with all my stores simply because I don't know. I think I learned that at one of my first jobs at Kroger's about facing product. I just think it makes the product look better, and I don't know. I think it will make the customer want to buy it more. So just the small stuff I do. I know a lot of drivers don't do it, but I just do it just to do it, man, just to be good at my job. So right now, as you can see, I'm working on a Celsius, and a tip that you can see that I'm doing right here, instead of just like breaking down every case, taking all 12 of them out of the box, I keep the box and I just take off the plastic wrap and I just rip off the front of it to where a customer can easily just grab it as they go, instead of me having to waste time and open the plastic wrap, then I have to individually put every single one on the shelf. I think a fast way is what I'm doing, and I feel like it looks nice and it's more easier for me to just stock it instead of just touching it individually. That's a tip right there that you guys can see. So I'm still doing that. Like I said, man, if you're looking for doing Pepsi, or you at Pepsi, I feel Pepsi ain't a bad job. It's just like, I think what makes it hard is you not being properly trained. You know what I'm trying to say, and you not being efficient with your job, because this job is hard, man. I ain't gonna say it's hard, but I will say it's hard. It's physical. You gotta do a lot. You gotta drive. You gotta stalk. As you can see, you gotta check in. You gotta find parking spots. Watch out for the road signs and clearance and roads you can't go. You gotta watch them. Like, it's a lot as a trucker, and not only just a trucker, but just working at Pepsi, because it's like a lot of roads that you gotta do here at Pepsi. But I feel like it's doable. Like I said, I'm blessed that Pepsi gave me a chance straight out of CDL school. So yeah, as you can see right now, so this is like, they clearly just had a truck, so that's why I'm pretty sure that lady didn't want to check me in, or she didn't have time. And so basically right now I'm done. So what we do with our backstock, and what is backstock is like, so whatever order, like everything that's on the order, the things that don't go on a shelf because it's too full, it's called backstock. And normally at stores like Family Dollar and Dollar General and Walgreens and stuff like that, they got a back room where it's like a U-boat to where we can put our stuff on. Like for instance, this one, you clearly see they ain't got a U-boat for me. They got like a pallet on the floor for Pepsi, and I had to like move stuff out the way, and that's something you're gonna have to deal with too at Pepsi. It's just like different back rooms, especially like with the small stores. You got small coolers. You gotta figure out a way to navigate through all that. But as you can see, I got it done. I mean, I feel like that's kind of frustrating, but I mean, it's pros and cons to every job. But the good news is that I got done. I was able to put the backstock away. I wasn't, being lazy or trifling, and just, set it out of the way. Like, as you can see, I tried to, I had to move a lot of stuff out my way just to get to my product, or just to get to the spot to where they want Pepsi. Because customers will call in on you, and not only that, because you will get in trouble if they call in on you, but just, I feel what makes your job a little bit easier is you having a good relationship with your customers. That means you do right by them, and they'll do right by you. If you give them a hard time, they're gonna give you a hard time. And I just feel like that's how life works. That's how God operates. But yeah, so clearly I wasn't done. I just decided to put the backstock up first, which I guess is no right or wrong way to do things. Sometimes you just gotta figure it out how you go. I mean, overall I got a method on how I usually do stores, but it ain't gonna be the same every single time. But so I guess I got the backstock out the way. I'm sorry, I told you that I was done. I wasn't done, because clearly you see me stocking the cooler of the product that I know I'm finna go out. And I feel like this part is time consuming too. Like you see, I have to touch every single thing, versus me like touching a 12 pack or me touching a big case of water, where it takes 1 second to do that. You know what I'm trying to say? Versus, these things that go in a cooler, the small ones, it takes time.
So that's what I mean by when I say a hard pallet, like, or hard product to stock. Like, it just, what I mean by hard, it ain't hard to stock. It just time consuming how much, you know, product you gotta stock. But yeah, as you can see, I'm working on my 12-ounce cans of Pepsi and Mountain Dew, which I'm pretty sure I'm almost done. And I'm finna make another video of me actually, cause like a video is finna. I recorded content already. I just gotta edit the video of me actually breaking down what I'm doing in real time instead of me doing a voiceover. And I want y'all to stay tuned on that one. It's the one where I'm gonna post a day in the life of a, like, you know, me doing a Dollar General, the check-in process of a Dollar General, and me stocking a product and all that at a Dollar General. And that's where I give you like the real tips and tricks on how to like stock fast, how to manage your time, how to manage your pallets to where you are being efficient with, you know, how you know, deciding to work the product. So be tuned for that, or stay tuned for that, I'm sorry. But as you can see, I'm almost done. Like I said, keep in mind, yeah, this might be fast to you or it might be long to you, but just understand this is sped up 2 times as fast. So it took me about like 45 minutes, 50 minutes to just stock this. Now I'm cleaning up my mess. I think that's important too, to always clean up your mess, because you can see this job, you can easily get sidetracked on what you're doing, and sometimes you can leave your trash and that's gonna upset a customer because they, you know what I'm trying to say, you gotta clean up after yourself instead of, you know, you leaving it on accident and now they gotta clean it up. But so now I've gotten into a good habit of like making sure I clean up my trash that I worked. But yeah, so as you can see, I'm finally done heading out the store. I did 3 pallets. I gotta, you know, that's my trash right there. And then I got the shells. And what is shells? Them blue things that you see, that's what we call them. We call them shells. I brung those with me. And now I'm done. So eventually I'm finna start talking, you know, back talking, because I'm done and now I'm out the store. So eventually you finna start hearing my voice. Hopefully you like this voiceover. But with that being said, thank you for listening to the voiceover. And now start talking, I think.
I feel like I did that pretty fast, but I know people could have did it faster. Now on to stop number 9. I probably already mentioned this, but in there, I wasn't really talking simply because I just didn't want that attention drawn to me. So I'm finna do a voiceover of what I was doing in there. But now I'm finna head to my, I think, 9th stop. 9 out of 13. It's about 1 o'clock. And I got held up. The first 2 stops. Can't really do nothing about that, but still gotta be patient. Be patient. Like I said, I always strap up. Like I said, this is all, like, this is really good stuff, but simply because Pepsi got a policy of they don't want to get sued or nothing. Just because it was out, because that was chill product, and just because it was out like over an hour, it turned bad. Well, it's good in my eyes, and I'm pretty sure it's good in most people's eyes, but Pepsi has a policy. If the chill product was out longer than an hour, then it's bad. Because they ain't got time for nobody suing them. Which I guess you can't blame them. But in reality, all this is good, man, but it's just going to waste. But I say waste, but it's ultimately, I don't know what they do with it, but I'm finna take it to the warehouse and put it in a bin where all the damaged product go. And I'm assuming Pepsi does something with it, but who knows? Who knows, man? But actually, as you can see, it's pretty good because my pallets are really low. Really, really low, so I like that. I really like that, man. I really could care less about getting paid the cases. Simply because I'm just not, I don't know, man. I just want to get home. I just want to go home, be with my family. So everything's strapped up. I had put that one over there so I don't have to strap up this side of the pallets. And also it's low, so low pallets typically don't fall, but it's the tall pallets that fall. But just to be safe, I put it there anyways, and I strapped up this side so I got leverage, and it's safely secured. Everything pretty good. I wrapped this up nicely. I got the tall crates that's gonna spill everywhere, nicely secured. Only thing my concern is this. So all I gotta do is just be a good driver. But I'll see you at my next stop.